thank you and welcome to everyone. This is the interview with this year's contestant for North Macedonia, Vasil. I'm so privileged and honored that you wanted to do this.
Oh, you're
So
welcome.
thank you.
Glad to be here.
Excellent. So in these days, how are you?
Very good. It's still surreal that we are in this. Personally, I thought this would be a couple of months, but as we know, time went on and on. So the beauty of this is we can all connect online. So in that way, I'm very thankful that we have this way of connecting. But I'm sure as everybody else, come on, just let us hug and party and sing and dance and live.
Yes.
So that's how I am.
Yeah. Are you excited? Because now it just struck me the other day that, oh my gosh, it's soon the middle of April. And in a short month, we're going to have Eurovision. And how are you preparing for this? How is it crazy, chaotic? How?
It's a little bit of both. At first, I was very upset for this live on tape. We have to do the backup performances, and we
Yes.
recorded ours on March 1st. So this was even before the song was released. I was in the middle of doing the music video, and Tina had come from Stockholm to prepare, and I said, Tina, we need the show ready by the 1st of March, so let's do this. And at first, I was mad because I said, oh, it's so early. What am I going to do? And the stress of doing this, we did it in Belgrade. So everything was ready. We did it. And then I remember going to the studio where Ibu was on the other side watching everything. We watched the 3 takes and I said, I'm going to use take number 2 for me. And I just said to them, I said, at first I was angry at you, but now I want to say thank you because 2.5 months before actual Eurovision, I have my performance and I've tested it out. So
Yes.
in that way, I'm calm because I know what we have, but the abilities, of course, from Belgrade to Rotterdam to the Eurovision stage is so different. So I can hardly wait. And I'll tell you that we're cooking up something quite magical. So
I'm
that's
so
all. I'm not
excited.
telling you more.
But just how many people are you bringing on stage?
You're looking
Just
at
you? The one and only. Well, do we need more? I don't think so.
Thank you.
Excellent. So, but you're not new to Eurovision because you have entered before.
Yes, so I did. The first try I did was in 2007, which I made the finals in Skopje for Skopje Fest. And then 2019 was my magical year of when I helped Tamara get ready and I was back vocal for her as well.
Yeah.
That experience to me just confirmed that, you know what, I am meant for this. I've been working my butt off. I've been studying for so long. So let me show what I have learned and done on that stage.
Exactly.
Started in 2019.
Yeah. Kind of like an epiphany moment
Yes.
that this is my thing.
It definitely was. And I mean, it's just, so to me, looking back, I'm so thankful for that because that was the best dress rehearsal.
Yeah,
When
exactly.
last year happened, then last year didn't happen. So it was another emotional roller coaster of, come on, I have my chance. And then the world says no. So
Exactly.
this third time's a charm, if you believe in third
Yeah,
love.
exactly.
Here we
Well,
go.
I do.
Very, very excited.
Do you think that because you know now a little bit of what you're going to face in Rotterdam, you've been through the trials of the staging and you know the feeling, and you have done that, of course, in other times during the live performance. But do you feel a little more prepared since you've kind of done it before?
Well, yes and no. It's a very tricky question. It's as if someone says, are you nervous? And then I was like, I'm not nervous until you just asked me, and now, yes, I'm nervous. It's one of
Exactly.
those things you can never prepare, but I always say we have to believe in what we have to say. And
Yeah.
I always stick to that. I have a story, and I always tell myself, come from truth, because if I tell my truth, hopefully my goal is to inspire you, whoever is listening, whoever is watching. If I touch you or inspire you with what I have to do, to me, I'm a job well done. And I always say I want to do the best at that given moment. So
Exactly.
you never know. And I mean, this whole thing where we're getting tested almost every day. And if you're positive, then your live on tape goes on. So it's surreal, but come on, we got this.
Exactly. And what you were saying there, stick to your truth. I'm not going to go into anything negative right now. I just want to talk a little bit about all the commotion that was with your song after the video and everything, which must have been painful.
You have no idea.
Mm,
But it's to speak a little bit about it and not
mm,
focus on it.
mm.
What happened, I do not wish upon anybody,
No.
and it was definitely an organized attack against
Mm,
me, which it is not easy, especially getting all those messages, that bullying, the cyberbullying. And then I thought about it and I said, wow, I'm thankful because I wrote a song that says they all tried to break us, not knowing it's what
yes,
makes us. Get goosebumps even
exactly.
now when I say it.
Yes.
So it changed. I said, wow, hate is so big. And I said, come on, people, look at what we're living through right now
Mm,
globally. And it really made me say, you know what? I'm going to be the voice for the voiceless,
mm,
especially for the artists around the world who do not have freedom to express themselves artistically.
exactly.
And we will silence the hate with love. It's
Yes.
may sound cheesy, but I promise you all, I will stand up there. I will stand for
Mm,
all of you. And I just want you to give me your love, your energy, and your
mm.
vote. But more,
Of
just give me
course.
love so we
Mm,
can share this music. Let's show people that Eurovision is a family, it's a celebration, and no, no room for hate.
exactly. I was thinking that the same. And I had a post on Instagram about it. And I just asked the question, what do you want the focus to be? Is it love? Is it music? Or is it something else? And your response afterwards was just a class act. And when I saw it, I was like, okay, people, you see this? This is integrity. And this is really the truthful words from a man who knows what he's doing and knows what he's saying.
Yeah.
So I was, even though I don't know you, I was like, I'm so proud of him. This
Thank
is
you.
so good. This is so good. And it made me love the song even more because it had so much more meaning afterwards than it had before. So that was just amazing. So and thank goodness the haters didn't win, and they
Yeah.
will never win. We'll
No.
just keep them in the corner
And that's
where they
why I was,
belong.
if there's a key word for my project, or I think for Eurovision, it should be solidarity. Let's come together
Yes.
as one heart through music. I
Yeah.
mean, we will, once again, I will say it, we will silence the hate with love, positive
Absolutely.
energy, and music.
Yes, and that's what Eurovision is about. Bringing people together with song, with music, and love and light and building bridges. So
Goosebumps. Yeah,
that is what we do. That is what we
it
do. And
is.
everything else is, we don't have time for that.
Yeah,
No, that's just gone.
good.
So, but you have an interesting backstory, and you have been literally everywhere in the world with
I
your song and your talent. And as I know that you were discovered quite early when you were a child,
Mm-hmm.
how did that come about?
Very young, nobody is musical in my family.
Oh,
So when my mother says it the best. She goes, Vasil, when you showered for the first time by yourself, a monster came out of the bathroom. So and then she said, I had to do something about it. And then I was obsessed with the Disney movies growing up, and she was a fashion designer and made me sing. I remember outside on the little street boutiques, she was sitting outside with her best friend and said, Vasil, sing for Anna. I sang without knowing that across the street lived one of the most famous composers who happened to be outside. And he said, bring this boy up. And long short, that is how my journey started. And then I
wow.
was pretty much around the globe for 22, 23 years.
Mm,
When Toronto, I lived in Toronto, Chicago, Milano, London, all through music, performed everywhere. 13 years was opera. And then I
wow.
grew up as a child star, as you mentioned. So that's how it
Mm,
started. Then I did a lot of vocal jazz, backup for the pop stars.
mhm.
And 3 years ago, I was living in London and I was going through a voice change and I had to cancel all my opera
Okay.
contracts. And I remember for the first time in the chaos of not having to learn another role. I mean, for opera, those of you who know, it's 600 pages, 3 hours of music in a language you don't speak. So you learn, learn, learn. In that peace and quiet, I was able to hear my own voice. And that said, go back home to Macedonia,
Mm,
focus on your music, touch upon your roots so then you can spread your wings doing your own music. And
mm,
it has been the focus of those 3 years. I've worked my butt off,
mm.
but am glad that it's starting to pay off. And hopefully with Eurovision, the next step will take care of itself.
Exactly, because it's such a huge platform.
It is.
It's wonderful, and even the artists that maybe not make it so well in Eurovision still get a whole new audience from
Hmm.
all around the globe.
It's all
So
relative, though. Even winning. You're like, the best
mm,
song doesn't always win. So it's
I
all
know
relative.
it is
So
absolutely. So you do you write your own music lyrics? I
I
know
do.
you wrote this one.
Yeah,
Mm,
this one, I do. Depends. If it comes through, if I have an idea, I have a team that I'm working with.
mm,
So now my focus is more English music. So I'll be focusing on that. The team is
mm,
there. So collaboration, but I always go, truth inspires me. I seek truth,
mm,
whether it's, whatever way it goes, as long as we have something to say and touch,
mm,
the rest happens.
exactly. So what inspires you, or um, yeah, what inspires you with your music? Is it other artists and their music, or is
You
it?
know, both. What inspires me, if I give an answer to it, I love this saying, um, motivated by fear, but driven by love.
Yes.
It's very interesting because if it's something I'm afraid, so those two, fear, love, I'm very curious, dare I say daredevil. So I like
Mm,
to explore options, bend the rules. All the music that I've been working on the past 3 years touches upon Macedonian roots, folklore. It's a completely different sound,
mm,
but it's kind of blending together all of that. So curiosity, I would say, but above all, it's truth. If I had to choose
mm,
one word, it's truth.
yes. Mm.
So
What is your musical background? What did you grow up listening to?
lots of the Disney movies, as I mentioned. So
Mm.
what started me singing was Aladdin and Little Mermaid.
Oh, love
That's
it.
how it all started. And then there's a festival called Golden Nightingale, which all of the singers who were little, you aspired to be a Golden Nightingale. So that's all of those, kind of like a baby Eurovision in a way.
Yeah.
It's all the kids would compete to be part of this. And the song that everybody knows me by, Marionka, when I was little,
Mm.
I sang at that festival, and I remember that was the platform. And still to this day, little kids grow up with that song. So
Oh, that's excellent. What's it about? Do you
Marionka,
remember?
it's a
Mm.
of course I remember. It is the dumbest lyrics, but one of those things. Once you hear it, you cannot. Marionka looks like a Japanese, but she's Macedonian. She's so beautiful, everybody wants her.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah. How cute. So, why did you choose opera, or was it presented to you?
Combination of both. When it was
Uh-huh.
like, great question. Simple answer, because I couldn't do it. I
Uh-huh.
was drawn to it because I couldn't do it. And in high school, when I was living in Chicago, one of my teachers, there was a competition that had all the arts. And for singing, it had musical theater, pop, and opera. And my teacher
Mm-hmm.
says, we know if you do musical theater or pop, you're going to win. We want you to do opera. And I said, what the heck is opera? So I learned 5 songs that were different languages, whatnot. Out of regionals, ended up getting first. Then moved on to nationals. Out of 10,000, ended up getting first.
Uh-huh.
And it was that realization of, ooh, this is not the easiest to do. I'm so turned on by it. So then that's when we talked about it, and they said, we want you to study classical music, learn all the rules, so one day you can break them. So,
Uh-huh. What a great advice.
yeah, very thankful for that.
Yeah. So when singing opera, that's kind of a different way of singing than when you're doing pop music, isn't it?
Yeah, very
Mm.
different.
Mm.
Simple way to say it, in an opera, you are your own microphone. Everything
Mm.
is here, through here, and in pop, which I still have problem with because my voice can be overpowering at times
Yeah.
for the microphone. So that's the thing, microphone, no microphone. And
Mm.
my love for playing with styles and colors in the voice is coming very, very handy. I'm becoming more friendly with the microphone every
Mm.
day to play with those colors and nuances. So,
Exactly.
and I'm a live singer, so that's the one thing where I can hardly would just let me get on that stage.
Exactly. I'm sure it will be amazing. I can't wait. I'm just going to say it's one of my favorites this year.
Thank
So
you.
I know where I'm going to send all the votes this
Woo!
year.
Come on, everybody, come on.
And of course, I'm
Thank
going
you.
to torture all my friends to do all the same. They
If
have to do.
deserved, I
They
always
have to
say,
do
vote
what I
for me
do.
if I deserve it.
Yes, of course. I just wondered, Eurovision is a big thing and has been for many, many years. How was your relation to Eurovision before you tried out to be a part of it? Is it something that is big in North Macedonia, or is it?
Yes, it is. But I also will say that I lived 10 years in Toronto, 8 years in
Yeah,
Chicago. So I had a bit of an absence. I mean, yes, the songs we would know, but I didn't religiously watch it the way I did when I was a little kid.
no, exactly.
So as of 3.5, 4 years ago, I started back in my Eurovision
Yeah.
game. The first
Mm.
memory I've been asked this is Taichi. I did a Ludwig of this, I think 1990 with Bandido as well. So
Ah,
that was the moment where that spark as a little kid where I was like,
mm.
okay, this is it.
Yeah. That is so cool to hear people's different Eurovision
Mhm.
memories because they're so different. Mine is from 1984 when I watched my first full show.
Ah,
Don't remember anything about, but the stage was yellow, and that is what I remember, and
hmm.
that I got to stay up late. So, and that was so amazing, and I was just sold at once. And it
Yeah,
is so fun that this huge contest can just bring so many people together in their own
yeah.
homes
It is a
across
tapestry
Europe.
of cultures.
Yeah, it
I said
is.
that in 2019. This is a tapestry
Mm,
of cultures. I mean, you meet so many people. That's what I call a family. It really is family.
mm,
So I'm so
really.
thankful to have met. And that's the beauty of last year as well. Having it been canceled and having no performances, I was able to connect with the fans and respond to all the messages. So that's one
Yes.
of the things where I'm like, wow, I feel like I know so many people. I don't know you, but I
No,
know you. So
exactly.
it's been amazing.
It's so exciting. And before they decided that you were the artist going to be representing North Macedonia again, how long did it take? When did they decide?
If you ask me, too late.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
stopped breathing. I had been breathing for months. I just said, come on, just let me know.
Yes.
They pretty much told me 2 hours before I announced, which I believe was
Wow.
January 20th.
Yeah, it
They called
was.
in for a meeting that morning, and I was like, ah. So, I mean, it's been a journey of yes, no,
Yeah.
yes, no, yes, no. So,
Oh,
to me, if you ask me, I'm already a winner.
yes,
With this
of
whole thing, it's
course.
like, come on. So, that was.
Yeah. And did they like the song immediately when you presented it for them?
Yes, they did. So, but I mean, so many songs, so many beautiful songs came in this year as well.
Yeah.
And just like last year, I said, we have to put ego aside because you never
Mm,
know who's going to write the song.
exactly.
So last year I submitted 5 of my own, but the moment we heard you, I said, you know what? Yes, people will say that this doesn't show off my voice per se,
Mm,
but I was so set on that song. I said, this song will light the stage on fire. And sadly,
yeah.
nobody got to see it live. So that's completely different. This year,
Yeah.
everything, there were so many beautiful songs, and I said, yes, I can sing them, but is it me? No. So
No.
the moment Here I Stand, nothing touched Here I Stand.
Mm,
And I'm so, so thankful for it because in my head, I knew what it was going to be like because at that time it was just piano and voice. And I said it's going to be different because we're going to have a live orchestra do it. And that
yeah.
changes the dynamic, kind of brings it back to the way Eurovision used to be.
Yes.
So back to basics in a way, stripped down. And I
Mm,
said nothing will be as vulnerable as this song. So it's different. Is it a risk? Yes, it is, but it's me.
yeah.
And I said there's nothing more powerful than or more satisfying than showing yourself and sharing a message through that.
Exactly. And that is what I think is when looking back on Eurovision, on some of the other performances over the years, the ones that makes the most impact, that matters the most, is the one where it doesn't have to be a lot of people on stage, doesn't have to be loud, it doesn't have to be a lot of music, but it has
Mm-hmm.
to be a message and it has to come from the heart.
Yes.
And that's really all you need. And that goes for music and everything else, but
Mm-hmm.
you have the message and it comes from the heart. Who's to
Yeah.
beat you? Who's to
Yeah.
beat
Yeah.
you? So I'm so excited. I just love your song.
Thank
And
you.
really it has, from the first moment that I heard it, I was like, because I was a little bit curious when you shared the snippets, like 20, 30 seconds, like a week
Mhm.
before it came, and I was like, oh, what is this? What is this? Is this upbeat? It is up. Wow! I was like, can't wait to hear it. And when it finally came, I was like, yes, we have a winner. My winner, anyway. And just the lyrics and the way you perform them, and the choir, and of course the orchestra. It's just the dot over the I. It's the perfect song. This year's perfect song.
Thank you.
So, but what are you doing?
Stop, please just stop. 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 No, thank you so much.
You're welcome. It comes from my heart. So, but then afterwards, what are you doing then? Do you have any plans post Eurovision?
I do. There's a few performances. But once again, everything is COVID pending, sadly. So
course.
yes, I do. I'm going to focus on my EP, which I'm already working on, English EP. And then we'll see. I would love for everything to go back to normal and to start to be able to travel and sing. And that's, yes, many things are in the cooker, so to speak. But
yeah,
come on, COVID, come on.
Yes, please release us.
Yes.
Excellent. So, are you doing any what's it called, promotion things now? I think everything's digital now, but are you invited to anything?
So at first we couldn't because of the chaos that happened. We kind of just had to let it do its own thing. So in that way, but no press is bad press. So that did its own thing. Yes, we're doing like everybody. Everything is digital. We are slowly starting to do all the rounds of interviews and just But the exciting thing is we're going there. We're gonna get on that stage. So
that's the best part. And how do you feel about it being with the audience?
Very excited. Very, very excited. I can also tell you that we had in mind this year for our performance, even more, I think, that it is for a TV screen. So there's another little hint for you.
Yeah.
That I'm very, very excited. And I just, even if nobody is able to be there, yes, the number that's allowed there, to be able to touch people, we'll be there. That's why I would say, you stand with me. I'm going to stand there for all of you. So just give me your love.
Exactly. I'm sure you will get all the love in the world.
Give it back.
You surely deserve it.
Thank you.
Really, really. Is there anything you would like to add? Any salutation to your Norwegian fans?
I love you guys. Statistically, on my Spotify, you are in top 5 of listening to Vasil. So it means so much.
You're welcome.
And yeah, I thank you. And once again, I said it at the beginning, I'm going to say it now. Give me your love. I will stand up there for all of you. Let's silence the hate with love, positive energy, and some beautiful music from all of us. So, and vote for me.
Of course.
If I deserve it, but
yes, you do.
That is it. I thank you. I love you, and I hope to come visit. It's on my bucket list to come visit. So
that would be nice.
Let's make it happen.
We will surely welcome you.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for tonight.
You are welcome.
And good luck in Rotterdam.